With me right now are some folks from NADMA and some schools involving in a program that they have. Mr. Kem Jones is the Community Program Officer at NADMA. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Daybreak.
It's always a pleasure.
And of course, we have some students as well. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
My name is Kyla Buckman, and I'm the president of the Presentation Brothers College Comprehensive Disaster Management Group.
Okay.
My name is Donna George, and I'm the president of the St. Joseph's Convent Grenville Comprehensive Disaster.
Okay, nice. Well, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Now, tell us about the program you have going on, the Disaster Management Youth Competition.
Yeah, thank you very much again. The name of the program or competition is the CDM Youth Champion Competition. We commenced in early January, and it ran for 3 months with 4 objectives. One, we embark upon sensitizing or seeking to sensitize students and teachers on comprehensive disaster management, and indeed it's a new framework within the region that we're rolling out through the guidance of NADMA. And secondly, we hope to raise the level of awareness on climate change adaptation within the schools and within the adopted community that they had to adopt. Also to build that kind of awareness as it relates to disaster risk reduction, so that they can understand that you have to reduce the risks that are associated to all the different disasters that we're prone to. And also build that level of protection against emergencies and disasters within the school and the adopted community. So by and large, we are on track. The 2 individuals here today, they're really here to talk about the CDM Youth Debates and CDM Mini Concert that's coming up on Friday, the 20th of April at the Youth Cultural and Recreational Center. And really it's the culmination of this whole initiative. We have had quite a number of activities from various schools. 15 schools are participating in this competition, and throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit. So basically, this is the leader of the government business in the debate. This is the opposition, and they will be debating a resolution, and I think they can expound on that.
Right. So tell us about the debate. You're for. So tell us exactly, what is it you're arguing for?
Well, we're arguing the resolution be it resolved that effective comprehensive disaster management and climate change adaptation can only be truly achieved if children and young people are an integral part of the process, and be it further resolved that the government of Grenada takes steps to integrate comprehensive disaster management and climate change adaptation into the school curriculum.
Right. So not to give your opponents little hints here and there, but tell us some of your key points, why you think students should be involved in that process.
Well, one of our key points is that comprehensive disaster management in the long run will be more valuable to us than any of the other subjects. So we hope to really expound on that point.
Okay, nice. Now you're against, so tell us your argument.
Alright, well, basically she read the resolution, so our opposition side, we are just pushing the facts to show them that it is not always what the resolution is trying to say cannot be true. Now, our points, we have been expounding on the curriculum, the school curriculum, how it is already overburdened with so many subjects, and to put another subject into the school curriculum when they're already getting it in some of the subjects as they're already. We have also had, when we look at the mood, you also see that they say it is the only way it can be achieved is if children are apart. What we are trying to say is that it can't always be only on the children. There are many adults out there who are out of jobs. If they could help and show support to the same goal.
Fantastic. Kem, I'm sure you're proud of them so far. Does NADMA assist in the whole debating process as well?
Yes, indeed. But again, this is a manifestation of NADMA's commitment to partner with young persons, because we understand that they're indeed an integral part of this whole process, this whole initiative, to build awareness, to ensure that disaster risk reduction and comprehensive disaster management is at the forefront, understanding that the population in Grenada, from all statistics, it's at least 60% is youthful. So we believe that we are on the right track. Looking at the 15 debaters, they have been in training, being assisted by competent persons, Mrs. Aria St. Louis, the focal point for climate change in Grenada here, Mr. Benedict Peters, our National Disaster Coordinator, I mean, I think they are ready, you know, from listening to them, I think they are ready for Friday. And we will also have a mini concert where we would be putting on display the creativity, the talents of these young people. Right. Because we have these CDM school groups within the secondary schools, and they have songs, disaster management songs, poems and skits and dramas and monologues and so on. So we believe that, you know, it's just the right time. It's climaxing, the competition is climaxing. Today we will be having some earthquake drill at GBSS. We will also be having a fire drill at the Boca Secondary School. Tomorrow we have a flood evacuation drill. We have quite a number of activities in the climax of the competition. But by and large, I think throughout the 3 months, we have had quite a number of activities from these different schools, creative ones. I mean, activities that you have to say, wow, you know, they use their innovativeness and creativity to come up with activities that their peers would fall for. Their peers would, you know, at least come on the bandwagon to educate others. And that's good because why? This program is youth-led and youth-driven. And that's what's key about this.
Okay, good.
We will have, I don't know if you want to know, in terms of the official ceremony, we will have an official ceremony to start off where the representative from the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, in Ms. Velda O. Joseph, is a community specialist in NADMA. She will be there to give some remarks. We'll also have the Minister of Education, or representative in the Ministry of Education, to give some remarks also. We'll also have the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister will be giving some remarks there to at least kick off the debate.
Right.
Yes.
Now tell us about the school programs that you are both part of. I believe you said comprehensive, what is the name of it?
Disaster management.
Comprehensive disaster management?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about that group. Is it in all schools involved with NADMA?
15 schools.
Okay, so tell us about your group and your school. Anyone?
Well, our group, of course, is Presentation Brothers College. You know, as a group, we had a motto to always strive to get people to be informed so that they can be safe at all times. Now, our group, we have had activities such as fundraisers. For example, at our school concert, we actually had a bake some fish cake sale for all the people, and it was a success. We also had juice sales, we also had water sales. We had many fundraisers. We have had questions and information of the day on WeFM with Chaggy. That program used to run for every Tuesday from last term. And we also had, well, at least yesterday, we had a little interaction skit on the radio also. We have had this general assembly with the school as the CDM group, who we are. And we have also had presentations to our school on climate change along with the young leaders, so it was a partner initiative. And today we are planning to have a march through St. George. That will take place sometime in the morning.
Fantastic. And Donlin, have you found that the comprehensive disaster management group in your school makes a difference so far?
Well, I think it really does, because more children are aware of what we stand for and how to protect their environment and how to keep themselves and other people safe.
So it's effective, definitely. And Kem, what is the response you're getting so far? I mean, 15 secondary schools across the island are involved with this. Have you really been seeing a difference?
Well, it's clear. We have seen students coming forward and having marched throughout different communities and streets, developing their own brochures and distributing it among their peers, erecting billboards with information on comprehensive disaster management, climate change adaptation, conducting drills to test the practicability of their plans within the school. We have seen schools doing climate change fairs, disaster fairs, general assemblies, planting environmentally friendly garden and that kind of stuff, cleaning the school environment. They are now a relevant component within the school structure. Because what we hope to build is an institution whereby at the end of the day, you would always have disaster management within that school. Even if Kem Jones is not around, that system would remain, that structure would remain, whereby the students would educate their peers, inform them about what they need to know about disaster risk management, comprehensive disaster management, and climate change. By and large, I think we're on track because we believe in the young people. NADMA believes in the young people because we understand that they must become a partner. They must become a stakeholder in this process. Hence the reason we engage in them. And I think at this point in time, we can see that we have done great many things as it relates to developing them because we have trained them, trained them in quite a number of areas. These groups within the schools, there are some groups with 55 students, some with 30 or 40. The fact remains we believe that we have to train them to build the capacity within the school so that they can be relevant.
Right.
And relevance is important.
Right. Now, a lot of persons, you're hearing us speaking about NADMA. I want Kem to just tell us exactly what NADMA is and what it is that you do. Yeah?
Well, the National Disaster Management is the principal disaster management institution in Grenada. We are responsible for ensuring that persons know what they have to do, when they have to do it. And we also believe that every Grenadian have a civic duty to protect themselves, their family, and their community. So we believe that we will come out there, sensitize you, make your way, establish the organizations, the committees, and so on within the communities, the villages, the district. And we believe that you, as individuals, as Grenadians, you have to play a role. By and large, the head of the organization is the Prime Minister, any sitting Prime Minister, and in this case, Honorable Tillman Thomas. What we have is 17 district disaster management committees, and it's really divided by the electoral boundaries. Because St. David is big in topography, we divided it into two. Carriacou and Petit Martinique, because it's divided by water, we divided it into two. So you have 17. We have a National Emergency Advisory Council made up of quite a number of the organizations who are part and parcel of the whole disaster management agenda in Grenada. They meet regularly. We are doing our best as an organization to make aware the Grenadian public as to their vulnerabilities, as to their risk. And by and large, I think we're on terms, we're on track.
Fantastic. And there was a simulation exercise happening last week. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, while I am not the focal point for that, I can say that it was a success. The stakeholders, they played their role. We test the practicability of the National Disaster Management Plan. And it's great. It's great that NADMA is practical. We're not just theoretical, we come around, talk. No. We believe in practicing stuff to make sure that we perfect it in some cases. Red flag, little errors, the challenges, and see how we can bridge it. The exercise was a success on all indications, but I would leave the focal point to talk about that.
Fantastic.
At a later date.
Right. Are you guys looking into careers in the disaster management area?
Well, my point was that I want to become a marine biologist because I'm so fascinated with the sea life and the sea as itself. So, yeah.
Nice. And yourself?
For me, I'm still trying to decide on a career. So many.
It's good, it's good.
I hope you pick a career within the whole disaster management framework of things.
Yeah. And really, anything you have, it would relate somewhat, right? Because we are in the Caribbean and we're prone. But thank you so much for coming on. Just remind us about the event on Friday so persons can come down to the youth center.
On Friday, we would start the CDM youth debate at about 10 o'clock. Whereby the 15 students who are in charge of these CDM groups, they will be debating. We have 7 persons debating on the opposition side, 8 persons debating on the proposition side. And we have the 2 leaders here. From all indications, they have been researching, putting together their presentation. It would be just a day, a moment where knowledge will be, debated and discussed. And we would, at least at the end of the day, come to a resolution, vote and decide on the way forward. We have the policymakers there. We have people coming from CDMA and so on. The sponsors of this whole competition will be there. It will be a happy moment. We have students who will be performing their songs, their drama, their skits, their poem. It will be just a magnificent day. And we believe that these young persons, they are talented. And again, NADMA believes in the young people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Hence the reason we're investing greatly in their development.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, and all the best in the debate on Friday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So those were the persons from NADMA, and of course a big competition debate happening on Friday. So look out for them at the Youth Center.